All right, gamers, wake up, honey. It's time for your daily, butt kicking. I don't know what phrase I was going to use there. Well, I do. It was 3 letters, then a dash, then kicking. You could probably figure it out for yourself. Last run, we finally started to figure out what the heck we were doing. We kind of threw, but I'm not mad at myself because we threw in a fun way. You're a rich bull, but you've gone too far, and you know it don't matter anyway. You can rely on the rodeo, honey. You can rely on the rodeo, honey. You know what I'm saying. I think we wanted, like... We should have bought horse... Yeah. When, did this, and then this, so we can salvage it. Because we don't need that much attack temporarily. We'd like as much attack as possible permanently. Yeah. We kind of threw last time when we went double vultures, but I also think that going double vultures was fun, and if it would have worked, you would have shut your mouth. You would have been like the people who were hating on pepperoni after pizza was invented. You would have been like, now I get it. That's fine, though. That's fine. So I think that an ox is okay. Honestly, I think we'll run this for now. We'll level you up next time because having another bee in a horse-based ecosystem is okay. I think we're chilling right now. Even if we lose this round and we go down a little bit of HP, which is not going to happen, I can tell you from the mathematical calculations that I see right now, we're chilling for the moment. That's not how you do that. You do it like this. I'm going to say no good. I'm going to say we put a bird up top. I'm going to say a flamingo does just fine, especially knowing there's another one in the ecosystem. And if I got to pill you and take another, I would. Now, it all falls apart at the end. I have never known what I'm doing at the end of this weekly, okay? And usually we don't even make it to the end, but this time I'm hoping there's a bit of an exception. You know what? We'll take the easy way out on this one. Something like this. I'm hoping to at least get like a level up out of the horse before we sell it, but it may come to pass. Okay, and you know what? I know that I've been flip-flopping on the skunk like people accused John Kerry of doing in the 2004 election, which you were not alive for if you're watching this in all likelihoods. But I got to tell you, it was smear politics, man. That's my memory of it as a 16-year-old anyway. Now listen to this. I think the skunk is a worthy member of the team. I don't think the beetle has anywhere to go from here. I do think that I'm going to keep you around. Well, I will. I was hoping to get another pill. We're about to get not a level up, but a shop tier upgrade, which my dream and my hope is that we just get more skunks. If we can... Oh, you piece. We'll take my draw. Okay. Hang on. We're holding. Pill me? Maybe the skunk should take the 1-1, but I'm not going to stress too much over a 1-1. Let me get a time-released melon helmet out of this. I'm going to sell you and get a penguin on the squad. I know it's only buffing the bird for now, and this is exactly what I wanted to see. A falcon, and if it levels to start receiving a buff from the penguin, I would be in heaven, okay? We can't really have it in position 1, though, so it's not going to get the melon armor. I guess the bird's just going to take the armor. Oh, I love to see that, bro. Okay. The falcon's been eating me alive this week, so I'm happy to see an opportunity for us to use it effectively. You are only getting a 1-1 buff, though. It is tempting to go swordfish, man. Honestly, for now, I know in all likelihood the penguin is gone pretty soon. It's not part of the end game squad, so take some rice for now. I don't think rice is going to be like a secret magic bullet for us this week, but can at least try something, right? I think falcon might be a secret magic bullet for us if we could get like a more dedicated buffer. Okay, I want bird. I guess I could have put you on that. This is fine. You know, you would have had to make the choice to put falcon in position 1, which doesn't get you the full value of their hurt trigger, obviously. Level 2 skunk. Hi, Tomo. How you doing, buddy? So I think you're going... Sell me. Buy me. Sell me. Buy me. Next level, combine me, get a second dragon, and then... I don't know what to tell you, brother. I think we may have solved the riddle. I think we may find ourselves getting to 10 wins. If we can get a level 2 dragon, I'd feel even more confident. But, like, I think we got some good stuff cooking. Oh, you couldn't kill my weasel so I could get a little bit more money, you piece? Just immediately become, like, completely graceless in victory. I'm talking graceless, okay? Memphis, Tennessee. We're going graceless. Hi, Tomo. This has been like the smoothest re-entry into the world of Dragon we could have asked for. Why does that sound like a pitch for like a Bruce Lee AI-generated NFT? A seamless reimagining of the world of Dragon. Demonized by his estate. Holy cow. Dude, we're going the distance. Speed? I can't speak for, but we're definitely going the distance. Now, would I pay 1 gold for an apple? I don't know. I kind of feel like we're in the business of paying 2 gold for an apple for everybody. Which is my polite way of saying you wouldn't catch me doing that. This feels fantastic. This is... I've got my mojo back. You know what it is? In between the last video and this one, I had a burrito. It's genuinely a health food. Now, did it have cheese, meat, and guacamole on it? Yes, it did. But still, in my opinion, it's a health food. Look at what it did to my brain. You can't argue with that, bro. You can't argue with results, okay? Now, 2 cost for 2 milk. Now we're talking. 1 cost apple. Not on my life right now. A 2 cost double milk. 1 milk for 1 cent. Yeah. We'll take you up on that. We'll take you up on that one. I mean, this was... Wait, hang on. It's not over yet. No, I was going to say we encountered literally 0 bumps on the road, but we encountered a very slight bump on the road. Still feeling very confident. It's round 13, and it's better than the squad that I had in round 20 last time. I'm still feeling fantastic. Don't do me like this. Falcon, you gotta slow down. Your swag is too much. Your hurt trigger's too good. They're gonna kill you, Falcon. Look at that. Unlocked a mascot, bro. We got... You buy the horse first, brother. What are you doing? We got our 10-piece, okay? We're back. Now, what did we learn? Dragon. Who knew? Who knew Dragon was still in the meta? It's only like the best scaling animal in the game. But also... that stings. Falcon, of course. I think that, like... You know, as you get older, your neuroplasticity dims a little bit. You know, you get stuck into habits and stuff like that. It's harder to break. My habit is to think that the Falcon is not very good because before they changed the order of operations on the stack, it kind of wasn't. Like, you would oftentimes buy it and never see it get a hurt trigger. Ever since it got changed, so even if it dies, if it also killed something on that attack, it gets the hurt trigger. It's like that elegant change immediately changed its usefulness to the point where it crossed the threshold. It's now like very usable. Okay. And I think this squad is fine. Just don't get hard stuck on leveling the woodpecker. Just use it while it's good and then dump it, man. Basilisk Petting Zoo. It's a great name. A little surprised, but not uninterested. I think the only other food we'd want is garlic. So I don't mind having like our food shop at least frozen for now. Holy, look at that. Just barely sticking. Level 4, I would love to see a skunk or a falcon. I could live with the penguin. You might say, NL, what happened to the love for the mantis? I want to love the mantis this week. Okay, there we go. And the evidence for that is that I used it on like 7 runs in a row on stream. And then, let's just say it didn't repay the favor. I think that last week I anchored to the mantis being like an incredible unit, and it was last week. This week, not so much. Not as much. Man, they really did a number on the ant, huh? I don't know if I want to pill our ant, brother. Like, with garlic, this could become an incredible unit for us. And it stands a pretty good chance to buff our falcon. I mean, we could even run it like that. You could even run it in position 5, but for a 3-3 buff, I'm not sure if I'm willing to... I'm not sure if I'm willing to mess around with the order as much. We take those. Now, how are we going to buff our falcon? Very important that it hits level 2. Skunk, also important. I think, honestly, you're just not that good anymore. Sorry. But I said I got to get rid of you before it gets to be too late. Okay, double penguin all the way across the sky. I'll try it like this now. I guess I would sell a level 2 bird to fit a penguin, because then the penguin can hit level 2 pretty easily. And then the whole mathematical calculation can work itself out. Like, I feel like, dude, eating is really good for your brain. I don't know if you've noticed that in your own travels as well. I was pretty stupid in the last video, I have to imagine. It's a roll situation, unfortunately. A bit of a waste, but in this one, I'm a genius, man. I may never lose again. Hang on, hold. I didn't think it was going to come true. I was so ready for the comedic timing. Okay, please let me level my penguin, and then also level either my skunk or my falcon, so that we can start to rearrange the squad a little bit. You know what? It's the right thing to do, and we should have done it earlier. Melon helmet, freeze you. This is just in case. Interesting. I don't want to keep you frozen for too long. Skunk or falcon? We go falcon on that one. Easy choice. Okay. I'm okay with my ants getting the melon armor. Man, that is a good woodpecker. This one's not going to be quite as smooth. Don't flatter yourself. The hyena didn't do anything, okay? I don't really want to rearrange the whole squad. Although, you know what? There's only a few permutations of this that are absolutely life-ruining. Maybe we could get away with it. Just don't put something horrible at the front. That's great! You kept the ant at the front, you genius! The ant's gonna get a melon. I was just hopeful you didn't put the penguin at the front. That would have been disastrous. I'm not sweating a vulture here, brother. It's just not gonna make me sweat. This is not track 1 off of that classic Inner Circle album. We want you to have this. You should always be in the final position, I'm realizing. Later than I should realize, but still. You know, why not? Can this squad get over the hump? Can it get us to 10? You should not be in position 1. There was like a 1 in 5 chance, and you blew it. You blew it. That doesn't mean it's over, though. Oh! I think this squad can get us there. We need to keep pushing our stats up, because there's very little room to grow just in terms of like our unit quality. Good, that's what we want to see. Falcon position 2 is ideal. It'd be nice if they were behind the ants, but you know, you can't always get what you want. Okay, they've gone full sniper. And I'm happy to get a draw there because I feel like we had like none units available. Wait for it. Sure, I would add another penguin. Pancakes, you could do worse. Remember, at the end of the day, we're really just trying to get over the hump. With like, there's times when you gotta do a big push, and there's times when you just gotta get on the glide path to the runway. Where there's no big push coming. If things get really dire, we can always swap out. That was huge. If things get really dire, we could always swap out the Komodo dragon for like a walrus. But I think we're mostly just, I believe in the power of staying the course on this one. I mean, we're already at 9. I think you keep running it. Yes? Okay. Not that interested in those. I think a taco could go crazy. Stats are always nice. Falcon not at the front, please. I love it. Penguin at the front. I don't like it as much, but... Okay, they got double skunk and vulture. I lived through the snipes, but that's no guarantee. Oh, baby! Oh. Well, well, well. Mr. 10-piece? This video is not sponsored by burritos, but it's hard to deny the results, man. Like, I probably permanently lost some viewers with that last video's performance. They were like, he's just gone, man. He's never coming back. I've seen him leave before, but I always thought he was coming back. But after that last one, I'm not so sure. But look, I'm back! And all it took was a 350-calorie tortilla wrapped around, I think it was half chicken, half carnitas, which honestly, part of getting older is trusting yourself in your gut, and whether this is right or wrong, you could debate till the cows come home. But trusting yourself in your gut instead of looking to society to model the optimal way to do things. Now, it's always a balance. But let me tell you, when I was a kid, I loved grilled chicken. I still do, but that's kind of the point, as you'll see. I think we're going to go a little crazy here. Then when I became, let's say like a young adult. Hang on, I got to focus. I think our order was a little scuffed there, but that's okay. When I became a young adult, you start to branch out a little bit, which is a good thing. However, it got me convinced that, like, you know, because all the loudest voices when it comes to masculinity on the internet are always like, you gotta eat steak, you gotta eat ribeyes all the time. And there's nothing necessarily wrong with that. But I think I tricked myself for a long time into believing that steak was superior to chicken. I've come I'm now 35 years old. Thank you, thank you. There's an applause break like when Tobey Maguire shows up in Spider-Man No Way Home. Thank you so much. I just had a birthday recently. I don't want this garbage. Me when there's 35 candles on top of my cake? Come on, come on, come on. They did something at least. I could live with it. As I've gotten older, instead of being like, oh, this is what people say is the best, I think there's a reason you do that. When you have a limited amount of life experience, you might go to something like the internet and be like, hey, tell me what the best thing is, you know, at the Outback Steakhouse, right? When you get a little bit older, you're like, you know what? I'm going to get what I had last time. Spoilers, it's a blooming onion. This is actually a horrible comparison, or a horrible choice for the metaphor, the analogy, I suppose, because I have only been to Outback Steakhouse twice, and I hated it both times. To be fair to the corporation, and so they don't sue me or kill me, one of them was in South Korea, and not even the biggest city in South Korea. So you know that probably wasn't the #1 Outback worldwide. And then the other time was in the Orlando airport. So I think the vibes were off in both situations. I'm not trying to say that the entire chain is devoid of value, okay? Now, where was I going with this? I'm just going to say, if you're going to give me smack for putting chicken in the burrito, instead of, oh, you got to get carne asada, you got to do it. Listen, that works for you, and I'm happy for you. For me personally, I've come to embrace the power of grilled chicken. Now, it's round 6. We absolutely cannot justify having a level 1 beetle on our team anymore. This guy's got to go, brother. Like, he's... Sometimes you gotta carry some dead weight. This is the deadest weight of all time. So you're gone. You're probably gonna go as well, which then gives us the space to run. A platypus, which we don't have to sell right away. But could. I mean, brother. 2 platypuses? I mean... It is funny that just by buying a platypus and then selling it, we get like 2 better units just because of our horse. But we need to find like something... I mean, you're kind of good, but I think we need to go a little better than the tar. Whether or not we find it remains to be seen. We found 1. That's nice. Don't get me wrong. I'll probably sell you first. Throw a little skunk into the mix. Honestly, at this point, you should be right there. Next thing you'd sell is the beaver. Ooh, you know what? I would to run a second one of these laddies out here. Just for now. I mean, that's what we needed. Okay, now with a melon armor and 2 penguins, I actually think that we've gotten ourselves out of the hole. I think it's like, it's not an easy path from 2 wins to 10 wins, but we got ourselves out of the hole. IMO. In my estimate. Now the horse has to go at some point as well, but you know, everything in time. Come on. It stings a little bit, to be honest with you. It does sting a little bit, but we got a good unit at the front with a good piece of equipment. Very weak to sniper builds, but luckily that's only like 99% of the builds that people are running this week. Hold. I still think we have something here. We need 1 more scaler, and it needs to happen ASAP. This is... Thank you so much. You've changed my life. That's the one. That's the scaler. Get in here. Rip to the horse. So sorry. Nah. Yeah. Even if we lose this round, I think we've just changed our fortunes. Especially with the frickin' weasel, bro. It's the frickin' weasel, baby. I'm about to have me some fun. The weasel's gonna give us extra gold, which can only work well. It can only improve the dragon. Let's put it that way. Oh, a skunk level up. You shouldn't have. We're on 10 gold. Just kidding. We're on 11 gold. It changes everything. Now work with me here. Work with me. Don't screw me on this one, Walt. I think I want all of this. I want the whole shop. Maybe we don't need the penguin. It's like unrealistic the penguin is going to matter. It's going to cost us 9 gold to get 1/1 times 2 every turn. That's a little too much. Give me some stats. The cow's always worth it, though. I'm glad we thought that one out. Now, we're going to need to get a little bit lucky because we can't afford to lose, basically. So we have to go up against teams that are, like, not much better than us. Or ideally not better than us at all, I suppose. But every win, we get a little bit... We narrow the uncertainty. It matters, okay? Really hoping to see another dragon. Man, it's nice to have a lot of gold, huh? Turns out that's very helpful. And then we roll twice. When you have a lot of gold, you can actually like buy the things you want to buy. I'm starting to understand the concept of currency. It's just paper bros when they go to the store and realize what the paper can do. I don't know where I'm going with this one. We got the win. That's the... You can't take it with you, MFers, when there's a Balenciaga in heaven. I should have taken it with me. Jerry, you can take it with you, Jerry. They always said you couldn't take it with you. Jerry Seinfeld's giving a stand-up performance outside of the Balenciaga in heaven. They lied to us, George. They said we couldn't take it with us. Now, we don't have it. They screwed us this time, Jerry. Sorry. Okay, I've lost it a little bit. I don't get to be funny in SAP videos that often, so I appreciate you allowing me that brief dalliance. It's not even really funny. It's just a bad impression of Seinfeld. But because Seinfeld is funny, sorry, I said it. It's true. I'm not saying he's a good guy. I'm just saying the show tickles the funny bone. It's all Larry David anyway. Okay, Larry David did do a lot. I would never dispute that. Larry David's the GOAT. But Jerry was in the room. Jerry was, you know, in front of the camera as well. We gotta give credit where credit is due, and in that domain only, okay? In that domain only. Because I don't know, I mean, irrespective of his personal life, his stand-up is not my tempo. It's always like, why? They call the thing that you park on a driveway, and then you pull out of your driveway, and you're on a parkway. Like, there's a little bit of that, a little too much of that for me personally. I understand it appeals to a, you know, maybe a different crowd. But the show, man, the show is funny, and that's why an impression is funny, because you can imagine that they would say that on the show. It's like I'm a parasite on Seinfeld's humor. They were funny. I'm exploiting that humor to get laughs for myself, which is very millennial. We're a very referential generation, I would say. Man, I'm so happy Mr. 10-Piece is back. I thought he might be gone forever. But look, there he is. Might even give you one of these for now. Why not? Yeah. We're going yard, brother. Oh, we are. See, you made the mistake of making a creative team. What you should be doing is getting a dragon. You've made a grievous error. Remember when I said it was going to be hard for us to fight our way back? I didn't know what I was talking about. It wasn't hard at all. And it's not due to skill in the slightest. That's the crazy thing. I think just in general, if you ever see your opponent with like a maxed out penguin, the thing that scales other units but doesn't actually buff itself, if you ever see that, you know in advance you're going to die. Because if the scaler is scaled, well then who's watching the frickin' Watchmen is the question I've always been asking. I think they might have answered it in the movie, but I never saw it. I'm kidding. I saw it in theaters, actually. I think it was like the weekend it came out. I was in my 3rd year of university. And I gotta tell you, I'm not a Zack Snyder guy, sincerely. I like the Watchmen movie. And as someone who was there in the peri-window around the release, nobody was fixated on the blue you-know-what. It's a tragedy that this, like, 7 out of 10 movie, I didn't say 10, but it's a tragedy that this 7 out of 10 movie, its legacy is Billy Crudup's blue you-know-what on camera. There's a whole movie in there. You've never seen a blue you-know-what before? Are we still, like, living in the animal kingdom? Like, we should be able to critique media even if there is a blue you-know-what on the screen. It's just, well, I don't know with Dr. Manhattan. I was going to say it's just flesh, but maybe it's flesh and gamma radiation, and I don't know, he lived on the moon. Maybe there's like some moon powder on that. I don't know. Either way, thanks for watching. Mr. 10-Piece is back, and I'll see you next time. See ya! Wahoo!